So, guys, I want to welcome my special guest. My special guest today is female impersonator, female Michael Jackson impersonator, Miss MS, Miss MJS Raven.
Hi, thank you for having me. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for coming on the Candy Show.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
I appreciate you so much. Where are you coming from today?
I am in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, nice, nice. Is it hot down there?
Yes. It's an understatement, absolutely, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful here. Yes.
Nice. So is this your first IG live?
No, actually, I've had quite a few. I've had quite a few.
Okay. All
But with
right.
you, it's
All right.
on your show, so it's a first with you. So it's an honor. I've
Thank you
seen
so much.
I've seen quite a few your interviews, and I was thoroughly entertained. So I was like, let me jump on this and get a chance to be on your show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So you see what I have going on right now, right?
I like it. I like it.
I love my hat. I love my hat. I will wear it 50 million times if I need to. But I wanted to
Yeah.
get a little bit of a theme going on. Unfortunately, today I'm not dancing. So, because at some point
Okay.
I'm going to want to meet you because this is our first time meeting. I'm going to definitely want to make sure that I get a picture with you and hopefully in the future can teach me some new dances.
I would love that. I would love that. Absolutely. That'd be great.
Tell us how you got into the Michael Jackson impersonating business. I suspect he is your favorite artist of all time.
Yes, yes. Actually, I started finding out about him. I was 5 years old, and Motown 25 had just come on the air. And my mother actually called me into the room to watch him. I knew nothing about him at the time. And she was like, that's the one you want to watch. So I watched him do the moonwalk like everyone else in the world for the first time, completely changed my life. And I was like, I can do that. And my mom was like, okay, go ahead, show me, do it. I got up and, as any 5-year-old, you give it your best shot. And I haven't stopped moonwalking since. So yeah, that's how it started. It changed.
By any chance, have you had a chance to meet any of the Jacksons?
I have actually. I've met his sister Latoya, Michael's
What?
cousins. I've met some of his cousins, his other sisters, his family live. They know of me. They're so wonderful, so respectful, and so sweet. It's been an honor. I actually got to speak with Michael when I was 15 for a birthday gift from my aunt.
Are you?
And
Oh my gosh! How did that
yes,
happen?
my aunt's boyfriend, who is still a very famous recording artist for Hush Puppy Records, got Michael on the phone, and I spoke with him. I cried because it's my 15th birthday, and he was so sweet, and he was like, just keep going. He was so encouraging and motivating, and he was like, I saw what you've done. He's like, keep going. He's like, you have talent, and I'll always watch out for you. And to hear that meant the world to me, knowing that I have his support and that I'm doing the right thing. So,
Oh, oh
yeah.
wow! I'm almost getting ready to tear up because I'm like, oh no, I want to meet. Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah,
Now,
it
I'm
was
here in
definitely,
Indianapolis. Say that again. Go ahead.
it was definitely a blessing. Definitely a blessing.
So I want to give a shout out to Keeping It Real Radio on the Rise. I know you know who that is.
Hi, Janice. How are you? Much love and respect always and forever.
And Miss Janice was offered. She gave me the opportunity to connect with you. I know you just recently was on
Yeah.
her show as well.
Yes, yes. It was so much fun. It was a lot of fun. As always, she's wonderful. wonderful.
So I was, like I said, I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, you know the Jacksons are from Gary, Indiana.
Yes. Shout out to Indiana. Much respect and love. Yes.
Have you visited 2300 Jackson Street?
Yes, actually, I did. I went once. Once. Um, a friend of mine resided in Indiana and surprised me and drove out to see the house, and I got to see it. He didn't stay long, but it was enough for me to soak in the moment and embrace the energy, and it was great. So,
Now, I have
yeah.
to tell you, when I received news of his passing, it was just, oh my gosh. It just was like, even though I didn't know him, it just was it just was crazy. The tributes were crazy, and I couldn't stop crying. I mean, I was playing all kind of his music, and
Yes.
it doesn't seem real sometimes.
It still, I have my moments where I'll still think if I turn on the TV, I'll see him. I'll turn on the radio, I'll hear him, and he's not there. So the reality kicks in. Um, June 25th was very hard for me. It's one of the many moments in my life of, you know, that have hit me the hardest. He passed after my birthday. He's 6 days after my birthday.
Oh wow!
Is when yeah. I'm on the 19th, and 6 days later, I just turned 31, and he passed away. So that completely shook my world. And, to me, that's when the music died. To me, there was nothing left. In regards to music, it took quite a while for me to, you know, listen to the radio, feel that inspiration. But I kept going professionally for him because I figured that would be something he would want me to do, is to keep going and never stop inspiring people in my own way. And I could do.
How long have you been doing this professionally?
Oh, since I was 15, since I spoke with him. When I spoke with him, that was it. I went straight professional. And yeah,
Wow,
it's been an
wow.
amazing journey, amazing journey. So,
Have you had a
so
chance
my
to
hair,
go out to L? Go ahead, say it again.
oh no, I was saying my hair keeps getting in my mouth.
Have you had a chance to go out to LA to see the couple of the stars that he has and all the different
Yeah.
things for the Walk of Fame?
Yes, I used to reside in California, actually. I resided there for a few years. So I went to LA, saw the star, spent a moment, and, you know, prayed on it, per se. Just gave him props to know that I was there. I made it there. And, embraced LA, performed there in venues, and yeah, and then moved back east, went back east to perform. And now I'm in the South, or
So I
as
don't.
they call it, dirty South. I think that's what they call it down here, down in the dirty South.
Oh yeah, the Dirty South.
Shows how much I know, Michael.
How long you been down there then? How long have you been in the Dirty South?
3 years, 3 years.
Okay, okay. Had you had a chance to, so like for me, the only Jackson I've seen in concert was Janet. Matter of fact, she was like my second concert, and that was the Black Cat tour. And then from since then,
The
I've
rhythm nation.
seen her a few times in person. Excuse me, I wish I was in person. Woo, woo. But I've seen her in concert a few times after that. So, have you seen her, or did you get a chance to see him in concert at any time?
Yes, my first concert was the Jacksons, the Victory Tour back in 1985. That was my first ever concert. My parents actually made a bet of who can buy the tickets fast enough because I was begging them to see Michael. And they made a bet and raced down to the Madison Square Garden to see who could buy the ticket fast enough. And then I got to see him, and My dad kept saying most of the concert, I kept asking, "Where's Michael? Where's Michael? Where's Michael?" Like I just wanted to see where he was, and had my little binoculars. And he was all I was fixated on. And even though my dad kept telling me, "Well, you know, the brothers are on there," I said, I know, but where's Michael?" And he was my focus always. So yeah, so I got to see him. I didn't get to see Janet. I'm still going to see Janet. I was supposed to go when she was here in Atlanta, but you know, everything got canceled. And
Oh,
the Jacksons actually came out here to Atlanta at one point, a few years back, and I was ready to go get front row seats all up in the front. I was going to call the cousins to let them know I was there, because they told me as soon as I get there, let them know. I was going to call, let the family know I was there so I can go say hi to them. And then I got booked for a gig.
oh,
So Michael
wow.
Cole had to go. Yeah.
And you know, Janet, you know, before this pandemic stuff, ugh, Janet actually was
Yeah.
supposed to have been in concert at the Cincinnati Jazz Fest or Music Fest this year.
Yes,
Matter of
I
fact, it
heard.
would have
I heard.
been last month.
Mhm. I believe it was the Soul Festival. I think
Yeah,
the Soul
in
Soul Fest,
Cincinnati.
Soul Jazz Festival. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I used to imitate Janet a long time ago. I used to wear the earring, the key on the earring, and you know, now I
You got the
tried.
whole vibe going right there. You have the whole. You got the Jackson vibe.
Thank
It's
you.
cool.
Now, see, I didn't know if I wanted to go to Jackson with the Ola Ray because I could have pushed my hair out, you know, a little bit more. But I thought this was just simple enough.
I'll let Ola know. I'll let Ola Ray know that you pay tribute to her. I got you. I'll let her know.
Oh, nice. And you know what? Speaking of that, how many times have you seen Thriller? What did you feel like when you first saw that whole ensemble, that whole movie?
Um, I love the video all the way through. Thought it was a creative genius of him and John Landis from who filmed American Werewolf in London. It was amazing. But my mom scared the baloney out of me after it was done because she wore a wolf mask and hid after the video was done. So when I turned around to tell my mom how the video was, my mom was wearing a mask and scared the bejeebus out of me. And yeah, that's my memories of first seeing Thriller. But since then, you know, it got better, got older. I love it. I love it.
This is going to be a hard question. What is
Okay.
your favorite Michael Jackson song?
My favorite Michael Jackson song. I have quite a few, but if I had to pick just one, it's Music in Me from when he was little in the Jackson 5. I feel it relates to my life completely because in the words it says, there has been others, but never two lovers like music. That's my
You
song.
know, one of my favorites, and people are gonna, even though I love my Smooth Criminal and all that, one of the ones that I really love was the Earth song. And
Yes,
it just speaks
yes,
so much to how he viewed the world, what he wanted to do as far as putting his stamp and helping, you know.
absolutely, absolutely.
It's just like
Um,
everything.
Go ahead, continue. My apologies. Go ahead.
Oh, no, no, I was gonna say just like everything, and I loved how he had the work ethic. Like, nobody else has that work ethic.
Exactly, exactly. The song is so poignant, especially now and the last 10 years. It's so real, and we really have to understand we have one world, one life, and you can't say, well, we'll do it tomorrow. There may not be a tomorrow. You have to do it now. You know, we have to make sure that our forests are taken care of, that they're not bulldozed for oil, because the oil is not going to bring the oxygen that you need. The trees are important. Our animals are important because without them, we have no existence. So we need to take care of our wildlife, our environment, the air we breathe, the water that we swim in, the water we drink for even that much. You know, we all need each other. And if we don't take that time to, you know, cultivate it, to help it bring back life, then there's going to be nothing left. And that song is so perfect that it breaks your heart just knowing that you could blink and wake up the next day and there's nothing there for you. There's nothing for our children and our children's children. You know, just being able to take our kids out to a park. We may not be able to do that if we don't take the time to regrow our trees. You know, replant them. You know, clean up the trash on the beaches that we also take for granted and love. You know, little things like that. So it's very important song. It breaks my heart every time I hear it. And when I have to perform it, I try not to cry during it because it touches my heart greatly because I love this world so much. You know?
Me too. Me too. What about the one? I noticed that you do some performing to "They Don't Care About Us."
Yes,
I
that
love that song. That's
yes,
another.
absolutely.
It just seemed like everything that he, not it just did, not seen, everything he touched was just so on like way beyond what this world could even understand. He
Absolutely.
can never be duplicated. Nobody. I don't care. Nobody. I don't care about what happened in his personal life, his talent, the God given talent that he had, and the Jacksons for that matter. Like him and Janet, can't nobody touch them. No, I don't care.
Exactly. But they're in their own right. Each one of them have their own message and their own things that they have to say in their own right. So you can't compare a sibling to another. You know, each one of them has their message. You know, Michael was well rounded in verse in everything he had to say. Janet is very well versed in what she has to say, promoting education and our community and our culture as a Black community, and as the world in general. You know, the Jacksons themselves promote community, promoting independent artists themselves, you know, and getting real music out to the world and reminding people of the past music. And because you don't know where you are now without knowing where you came from and where you were. So that was their job to promote it. So yes, you know.
I'm gonna go back to what I said about the Janet concert. So the first Janet concert, and be honest, it was New Edition, and then it was the Janet concert. So,
Yeah,
and that was when she was doing the Rhythm Nation concert
correct.
tour. My aunt, and don't have it to this day, but I do remember my aunt had bought me the Michael Jackson storybook back then. And Rhythm Nation, how long ago that was. So there was a like an autobiography, or I can't remember what it was, but it was definitely a book where it showed a lot of his material as far as pictures, and it was just it was an awesome book. But unfortunately I don't have that anymore. But this
Called
again,
Dancing the Dream.
I'm
Dancing
sorry,
the Dream.
is that
It's
what it was
called
called?
Dancing. Yes, it's the poetry of his artwork, his short poems and stories telling lessons and morals. It's beautiful. I have it.
I have an ex coworker that when, again, Michael's passing, he would always make fun of me. He was like, I can't believe you cried when Michael Jackson passed away. What do you mean? Like, I was bumping everything. And even like, to
Yeah.
this day, it's once again, I just can't even think of him not being here. But he is here because he left a lot for us to remind us of him. The dances.
Yes, he did.
There are plenty of artists now that they cannot say that they didn't get their inspiration from Michael.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
Everyone from Chris Brown, Usher, New Edition themselves, um, even up and coming rap artists, Juice World, Exxion, Kendrick Lamar, Common, on and on. The list just keeps going. Tupac, Biggie, even current artists, Halsey, Ariana Grande. You just keep naming them, and you can hear where they were inspired and where he inspired them in their own way. You know, so he's there. He's everywhere.
and the one project that I believe I heard is in works again is the We Are the World project. Now, I heard there's supposed to be uh I don't know, a new version, shall I say, of We Are the World. Have you heard anything about that?
I have not heard anything of that from the family yet, but I will ask and see what they say. I know there's a few upcoming events going on for the following year with the
Mhm.
family. Um, and I know Janet might be going back on tour next year, I've heard through our acquaintances and the family themselves. But I will look into that. I think that would be a great thing to do because the last time they did We Are the World was for Haiti 25, that was produced by Wyclef Jean. And they brought together all the current artists to promote, helping people up in Haiti when they had the hurricanes. That was a beautiful moment too. And hearing him speaking Creole and how much love he has for his country actually made me cry when I first saw it. I mean, I knew what to expect, but to hear him feel his love for his culture and his country, it just brought joy. You know, I mean, the love is there. It's still there. You know.
How many times have you seen the Jacksons movies? Because there are more than one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've seen the Jacksons' American Dream produced by Jermaine a lot. I think it was well put together. I love it. Um, I saw, I don't want to mix up the titles because one of them I refuse to invest in. Um, I saw one of the two. Um, the
I
one with, yeah, not the snakes and the liars one. Let's just make that very clear. I did not invest my time nor my energy to watch those snakes and liars spew venom about him. I did not invest my time in that. But there was a movie prior to that one, and I saw that one. I have
Mhm.
much respect for the gentleman that portrayed Michael. I know him, and we have a lot of respect for each other in the industry. So it was decently put together, but yeah, we'll leave that at that. But
Okay. Okay. And the one
I
that actually that
continually watch
actually
the main version. I continually watch the Jacksons' American Dream. That is the only one I highly recommend everybody focus on. That shows the past up until, the Pepsi commercial in Motown 25. I think that's the best one. So please just focus on that. Everything else is hearsay. That's just my personal opinion. So.
Mhm, mhm. Well, I know that I had asked. Hopefully, you will be able to showcase something today. So, are you ready?
Uh, you want me to dance or do you sing? Because
So, this
I
is your
kind of injured my
showcase.
toe a little bit. Okay,
Okay.
I kind of injured my toe a little bit on the last show I did, so I'm kind of trying to lay off my foot
Oh, oh.
a bit. Yeah. So
So
what
you
happens when you?
sing.
Yes, I do.
Nice. Nice. Well, whenever you're ready, if you're ready, I'm
Pick
ready.
a song
I'll pick a
because I can
song.
sing any
Okay.
of them.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. How about? Oh, there's so many. All right. Bad.
Your word is mine, gonna take it right. Just show your face, broad daylight. I'm telling you on how I feel. Gonna hurt your mind. Gonna shoot to kill. Shamon. Shamon. It'll mean alright. You know I'm better. I'm better. You know it. You know I'm better. I'm better. Shamon. Okay, there you go. Go sing.
Oh wow, that was good. I don't think I could have did someone just yet. Okay, so I have a request.
You close. You close. You got there. You got there. You close. That was good.
Oh, okay, well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm getting a little close. Got a request here.
Okay.
Red Scott
Okay.
said you're on Instagram.
Hello, God.
Can you do Men in the Mirror?
Yes. Okay. Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turned up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. See the kids in the street, not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle time, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wing, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Okay, there you go.
All right, all right. I'm loving that. And that song makes me cry every time I hear it. It
Yes,
makes me
yes,
cry.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yes,
Everything he
it
does,
is. What'd you say?
sometimes comical. Every song he puts out is beautiful, and sometimes comical if you catch the right song. It's funny.
Well, tell me comical. Which one do you think that is?
He has some funny songs. I mean, if you catch the humor in his words, it's funny. I found when he did his short film Ghosts, I found the humor in that. When he was singing Too Bad, when he sang Threatened, when he did Is It Scary, all of them were quite comical. If you catch the words, you can find the humor. So it's funny. He's a very funny person. You've got to catch it. He's got an
Okay.
interesting sense of humor.
You gave me something that I'm gonna have to go back and listen to his catalog again. Now I posted
Yeah.
a few weeks ago that I have his number ones, and
Yes.
that is such a again, it's a must get, must have.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
are into music, that is a must have.
Yes.
So
The big
my
one with the 4 CDs and then the live. There's one major one called the Ultimate Collection. You should get that one.
oh, the Ultimate Collection. Okay,
Got 'em all.
I'm gonna definitely look that up. Now, not only can you sing and you can dance, but you
Yes.
have a physical look-alike as well. Now,
Yes.
is this a natural? Were you? I know some people do surgeries to look like certain people. So I just wanted to find out, was that a natural look for you?
Yes. I was born this way, all natural. No surgeries. Nothing. See, nothing. Nothing. All natural, high cheekbone and my nose, and that's only my chin. That's all me.
So I suspect your physical appearance helped you come into
Surprisingly,
being.
yes. Surprisingly, yes, it did. As I got older, yes, yes, I went, oh, fun, not too much. Contour here, contour a little there with makeup. There we go.
How often have you been mistaken for him?
Funny and scary. Even when I'm trying not, I don't always dress like this. A lot of people ask me, do I walk every day down the street dressed like him? I really don't. Um, you know, but I get it a lot. Even when I'm in a baseball cap and jeans and a t-shirt, people look and then they do double takes, and the children are what makes me laugh the most, and I love them. The kids will just stare and they're like, Michael. So I look at them and go, shh, tell everybody, and then they have the biggest smile, or they'll come and hug me, and they run off with their parents. Mommy, I just saw Michael, and the parents just smile at me, and then they go double take, like they look, and I'm like, smiling, go about my way, whatever I'm doing. It's fun. It's fun.
I have to say, when I first saw you, I was like, oh my gosh, she looks just like him.
Mhm. Thank
Oh,
you. Yeah.
wow. Oh, wow. What would you like for everyone to know one thing about you in your journey as a female Michael Jackson impersonator, singer, and dancer?
What I would like people to know about me. Um, for me, it's more than just the dance. It's more than just performing. Um, I take aspects from him and continue it. I also do a lot of humanitarian work outside of performing. I donate to different charities around the world. Um, I'm an ambassador for peace for an organization called Peace for People of Nepal, and I donate there as well. And charities down here in the States as well, promoting education, which is very important. Um, let's see what else. When I'm not performing, I actually am a chef. So I cook.
Nice. What's your favorite dish that you like to chef up?
Indian, Indian food. My favorite to cook, Indian. I love Middle
Interesting.
Eastern food. Mhm.
I've had the opportunity to taste some Indian cuisine, and that was, I know, well over 15 years ago. It was definitely different. It was different. Wow.
When we meet up, I'll bring you a plate.
I appreciate that. And you said you're in Atlanta. Man, I tell you what, I'm down there a lot. So whenever
Absolutely.
this is all safe to travel for me, I'm gonna definitely come down there and visit you.
Absolutely. That'd be great. That'd be great. So
What
let's see. What
what
else?
would you like to do as far as, are you wanting to take this to a different level? Are you wanting to do a tour? Are you wanting to hopefully get a chance to get all the Jacksons together and do some kind of a tour?
Actually, I'm currently in conferences with setting up a tour for next year. Um, and partial funding will be going to a variety of charities that I hold dear in my heart, promoting cure for cancer, cure for AIDS, education, UNICEF. I've been talking with them a lot and promoting to help stop poverty throughout the world, not just everywhere. So the touring is very important to me. Um, I'm still trying to pull the arms of the Dragons to get on with them, to form with the brothers. I'm talking with them to see if I can get at least one time. Just together.
So do me a favor. Repeat what you just said, just because the screen, your screen is freezing up. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
did you hear
yeah.
me? Can you hear me now? You good?
I Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead and repeat what you
Oh,
were saying. You wanted to definitely. You're
go
in
on
talks.
tour.
Mhm.
I
Go
want to
ahead.
go on tour. Definitely want to go on tour. Working on conferences with that, and getting a few artists together, organizations for sponsorships. Um, and getting that going. I'm currently in pre-production of my third tribute music video. I'm going to be working on that very soon. And then, of course, working with the Jacksons. You know, that's my.
Did you get the DVD? And I do apologize. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. I could probably run off of here and go get it real quick. But did you get the DVD that was out from the tour that he was doing, his 50 city tour? Did you get the DVD on that?
Oh, this is it.
Yes, but this is it. Yes. Did you get that?
Yeah. Yes, of course. I actually had bought tickets when he was supposed to do the tour, and I bought front row tickets, and then he passed, of course, and then Kenny Ortega put the footage together and made This Is It, and I immediately ran out and bought it. I have 4 copies of that movie as a backup every time because I play it so much that, I play it especially on his anniversary. I play it on June 25th, and it's beautiful, heart-wrenching, but beautiful, because it's coming. Like you start hearing Man in the Mirror the few seconds in the beginning, and that's when my heart just drops because I know that's the last time that any of them saw him, spoke with him, hugged him, gave that love and received that love back from him, and my heart just hits the floor every time, and I cry like a big baby every time it's on at that part because I know he's gone, and it's still very hard to accept. It really is very hard. But
Yeah, and that's the thing. I love that DVD because if you didn't know anything about him prior to that, that DVD certainly showed again his commitment, his passion, his work ethic. And
that's
honestly, I don't think that a lot of our artists now would even be able to stand up to that type of work
no,
ethic.
no,
And
no.
it was amazing to see how they were putting that together. And again, going back to my Earth song, I love how the um the stage was set up for that. It was just
Yes,
the one thing that I really loved about anything with Michael, you were going to get a show.
yes, yes. Very few artists have that moment where they can do that. The industry is not the same anymore. It really isn't. There's very, very few artists, speaking past wise, the legends that are still out that still put out a good show. Um, you had recently one of them on your show, The Whispers. They put on an amazing show. They have amazing showmanship.
And
But
actually that's
nowadays,
come
there's very
their
few.
their interview actually is going to come up here in a couple of days. So haven't had them yet, but you're right. The work ethic. It seemed like after a certain era of the music industry and the artists, it just again, I guess because we got lazy because of the technology had advanced so much that it's so
Yeah,
easy.
yeah. But it isn't so much the technology. It's the fact that the industry, it puts out what like a repetitious circle of whatever becomes popular. They latch onto that and they milk it and they rotate it on a repetitive aspect where all artists have to sound that way. And there's very few artists that have come out and stepped out that hamster wheel, as I'll politely put it, that have made their own mark in the industry. I've mentioned a few before. There's a few rap artists that I do listen to, surprisingly. People are shocked over that. I have a very big respect for Kendrick Lamar, Juice World, Xtacion. I think his name is Black Bear. There's quite a few that have stepped out the box of doing the same thing and the same sound and the same words, and they've made their own mark. Other than that, and of course Cardi B. I'm sorry, I got to give props to Cardi as think what you want about her. Mad respect for her, because she steps out her own box and shows no apologies as a woman, and standing on her own. And I love that about her. She's amazing.
I'm glad you actually brought that up because I was going to ask you, are there any other artists that you listen to that when you're ready to just step aside
Oh,
from being the impersonator, but you've already mentioned that, so
oh, there's so many. There's so many. I have an eclectic of music in my phone and my radios and my CDs. I listen to everything from opera. Before I perform, I have opera in my headphones. And I listen to Pavarotti. I listen to Lotus Flower. I listen to Andre Bocelli. And then there are days where I'll listen to complete rock music from Marilyn Manson to Korn to Nirvana. Country music, Carrie Underwood. I mean, the list just goes on. And I love all music because that's how I was raised. My mother was very musically inclined. So I appreciated all artists for what they are and who they are. And there are days I listen to the Yin Yang Twins. I mean, you never know. Um,
well, you
and
know
then go
what?
back to Michael.
Go ahead, say it again.
And then I always go right back to Michael when all is said and done. And I get my fill of the variety. I go back to my man in the mirror. So.
You know, you and I, we're definitely gonna have to meet because we are a lot alike. Now, first off, I'm gonna tell you, I like putting my hair in my head too on one side. I like to do that. But we share the love of music, and I'm just like you. I'm not limited on what I've listened to or what I listen to. Right now I have cassettes. Cassettes.
Mm-hmm.
I have cassettes of Indian music.
Yes,
And
Bollywood, amazing.
yes,
I love them.
yes, yes. Now, you
Mm-hmm.
were singing earlier, so is there a chance that you might want to become a singer outside of being an impersonator?
I have a song that I have on my own that was written by my mother, that I was thinking of putting out as myself, as Raven. Um, but I'm still sitting on that one. I'm just doing what God led me to do right now, and this is the gift I have. And even if I am impersonating the King of Pop, for me, there's a bigger picture to that. Being a female in a male-dominated field is my message, that a woman can stand her own against a male field and succeed. And to me, that's my message. My path in life is to provide that, to show women that we can do it, no matter what field it is. I'm part of that journey, and I'm so honored for that.
You know, the
It
thing
hasn't
is,
been easy.
the thing is that you're so right. Because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen a female impersonator, but that doesn't mean that there aren't any out there. But God just put you in my path in order for me to see you, to know that there is a female impersonator out there, and for me to know that there's someone out there that loves Michael Jackson just as much as I do. And now I don't know if you had a chance to see, but earlier last year I had a young gentleman on at the time, 19 Jelani. He also does Michael Jackson impersonating here in Indianapolis. And I don't know if you know him or not, but if you don't know, guys, you just need to make sure y'all connect because maybe one day y'all be on stage together.
I would love that. I would love that. So if you're listening, Jelani, I will definitely look you up, and we will talk, and let's do it. So,
Right. And you know what? He just turned, I think, 21. So 20 or 21, something like that. But
okay,
I think he just turned
absolutely.
20. I think he just turned 21. My apologies, just 21. So I'm gonna definitely make sure I connect you guys together.
Absolutely. That'd be great.
You you did say, and I hadn't yet asked that, but you said your mother, she wrote a song. So
Mhm.
Are your parents from the music industry as well?
My mother was very into music. She had her own band. She wrote her own music. I do have family in the industry. I have a cousin that was very well known in the jazz industry. His name was Don Pullen. He did Afro-Brazilian jazz, and he had several albums under his belt. He's amazing. Music has always been in my family, in both sides, my mom's side and my father's side. Um, it's always been music. It was music since I was in the womb, according to my mother. It's been music.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
My
So is there
first word,
anything? Go ahead,
my
say it
first
again.
word came from a song.
Oh, nice.
My mom said the first, most kids say mama, daddy, yes, no, whatever. My first word was from the song by Queen, Another One Bites the Dust, where Freddie Mercury,
I love that song.
Freddie
When I
Mercury
was a
goes,
cheerleader back in the day, I was cheerleading out for that song. So go ahead.
in the song where Freddie Mercury goes, ooh, shout, that was my first word. My parents were driving in their station wagon, and Freddie Mercury happened to say it on the radio. And I came out and said it, and my parents literally stopped the car and turned around and stared at me. And I'm in the car seat giggling and smiling because I was so proud of my first word. And so music has been very, very much there all my
Oh
life.
wow. Oh wow. So tell everyone how they can get in touch with you to book you or just to follow you and see what you got going on.
Well, you can reach me on Facebook at MJ's Raven, MJS Raven. You can reach me here on Instagram, MJ's Raven 7, my favorite number, which I have tattooed on my shoulder. You can reach me on Twitter, same thing. In LinkedIn, same thing. You can Google me, you will find me. You can email me at mjsraven@gmail.com. You can't have my phone number yet upon booking. So um, only special people have it. She, you may. Um,
And you know
so
what? I appreciate that. Ooh, I'm special. Where did you come up with the name? Is MJS? And how do you actually say that? Because I wanted to make sure that I said it correctly at first.
it's pronounced MJ's Raven. It's one word.
MJ's Raven. Okay. Okay. Now see,
And if you were to break it down, it's Michael Jackson's Raven. I am
nah.
the shadow under his wings, which is my Native American spiritual animal, the raven, which people misunderstand the meaning behind a raven, but they're not bad. They are known for bringing new life and opening the old and bringing new. So it's a rebirth, and therefore I am Michael Jackson's raven. I am his raven.
Wow. And see here I thought it was your MJ and S was a first initial and Raven was, so I'm glad I asked.
Yes, that's why I tell people just say raven. It's easy because I've been hearing that for years. People always break up the name, and I'm like, just Raven's fine if it's easier for people, or people just consistently say MJ. So it's one of the two. So I answer to both. So.
Is there any is there anything else that you'd like to add to this before we get out of here?
I would like to say the message to everybody, especially in this time of error, in this life. Number one, please vote. It's very important. If you earn that right, vote. Number two, please stay safe and healthy, especially in this trying times. I can't demand anybody to wear a mask. I only encourage everybody to wear one. As far as children, my words to the children, education is so important. Pursue your education. Keep in mind, not everybody's made for college, but if you go to a trade school and learn something, you can become anything you want to be. So pursue that no matter what. And never, ever take no for an answer. You may get a no, but that yes is coming around the corner. And keep your faith. Faith is very important no matter what your denomination is. Keep your faith, it'll keep you strong. And with that, I send love.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, here's something that you just brought up, and mask. Now,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna tell you, I used to do the masks like around when the SARS came out. I was wearing masks at work just because I didn't want to, get sick. And you know how everything is coming around and everybody's posting, well, Michael knew something,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not funny
Oh yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. It's not fun. Somebody once told me you play COVID games, you get COVID prizes. Somebody said that once, and I just went, okay.
Wow.
Um, just I encourage everybody to stay healthy the best they can. There are people that cannot wear a mask due to some health reasons because they're asthmatic, or whatever reason it may be. There is people that have the exception for that. I just encourage everyone to stay safe and healthy to the best of your abilities. And if you can't wear the mask, do the social distancing, wash your hands, keep yourself clean. That's the best way. Your body is a temple. You respect it, and it will affect you. So just, be good to one another.
And on that note, guys, I want to thank MJ's Raven for coming on the Candy Show today. Make sure you
Thank you for
guys
having me.
follow her, support her. And next time, if I don't get a chance to meet you, by the time your toe heals up, I want you to come on back and showcase your talent.
I will definitely have you again. I will definitely come back on your show, and I will come out to Indiana just to see you.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Be safe. Thank you, Raven. Good
Thank
night.
you. God bless.
Bye.
Good night.